Talia Alfred wins 2024 Tobago Junior Calypso Monarch. Watson Dew calls for local attorneys and the THA to assist Tobagonians arrested in St. Vincent. National Security Minister says serious crimes decreased by 16%, and CSO reports fluctuations in food prices. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Wednesday, 9th October 2024. To top story this evening, Opposition MP Saddam Hussein warned that unprotected borders create an open season for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. During his contribution to the fiscal 2024 budget debate, he criticized the government for failing to properly equip the Coast Guard to secure the country's borders and prevent illegal trafficking of weapons, narcotics, and humans. Hussein argued that despite billions spent on national security annually, citizens still do not feel safe. Candace Jackson tells us more.
Opposition MP Saddam Hussein expressed disappointment that the Minister of National Security, Fitzgerald Hines, offered no reassuring solution for Trinidad and Tobago's porous borders.
The member could not give a justification, Madam Speaker, for the statements being made by the Chief of Defence Staff with respect to the Coast Guard vessels. There are 8 long vessels, Madam Speaker, and none working. Not a single vessel is working.
The majority of the Coast Guard vessel fleet, including the 2 Cape-class vessels purchased in 2019, are currently down for repairs. As a result, most Coast Guard officers are limited to working on land and at bases around the country. Opposition MP Saddam Hussein criticized the government for stating they cannot expect to control violent crime with Coast Guard officers confined to land duties.
And then he tells us about military-grade weapons are being used in crime scenes. Well, how did it get here? We don't manufacture firearms in Trinidad and Tobago. They had to be imported in Trinidad and Tobago. But when you have the borders, Madam Speaker, without any security, when you have over 132 entry points in Trinidad and Tobago and you have no Coast Guard vessels out there, you expect the firearms to get in here.
Hussein highlighted that despite billions of dollars spent on national security each year, the security forces remain under-equipped to carry out their duties effectively.
So you have, Madam Speaker, a TTPS without vehicles, a Coast Guard without boats, and an Air Guard without plane and pilot. So the Air Guard can't fly, the Coast Guard can't sail, and the TTPS cannot drive.
Hussein also criticized Minister Hines for refusing to take responsibility for the failures in national security.
Do you think any other Minister of National Security could survive in any cabinet in any part of the world having a record of 2,100 murders under his watch?
Hussein stated that the only hope for citizens regarding crime is a change in the government of Trinidad and Tobago. Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Consumers saw a decrease in prices for some basic goods like market vegetables and soybean oil for August 2024. However, prices for items such as parboiled rice, eggs, and Irish potatoes increased. According to the Central Statistical Office, the index for food and non-alcoholic beverages dropped from 149.6 in July to 149.2 in August, reflecting a 0.3% decrease. This decline was largely due to falling prices for tomatoes, celery, and other vegetables. However, these reductions were overshadowed by rising costs for various staples. The CSO reported a 1.5% increase in food prices compared to August 2023, with overall inflation rising by 0.4% over the past year. We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay tuned.
Are you an architect or draftsman looking to upgrade your skills, or a beginner eager to master essential tools? ReCAD Labs has the solution. Our Revit Architecture Fundamental Tobago course is designed to boost your skills and confidence. Running from October 6th to November 17th, this course includes a live session on November 17th for hands-on learning. Learn from experts in our virtual classroom and stay ahead in the world of architecture. Visit recadlabs.com to enroll now and follow us on social media for updates.
Tobago Carnival is just around the corner, and Bethel Credit Union has you covered. Whether you're prepping for costumes, parties, giveaways, or a staycation, it's all within your reach with our Carnival loan sale. For as little as $900 a month, yes, $900 a month, you can get the funds you need to make this Carnival season unforgettable. At Bethel Credit Union, we're here to make your celebration dreams a reality. Visit us today or call 639-8226 for more information. Normal lending criteria applies because we see you at BCU.
Tell them I can't do even bother calling me. Tell them I can't. I said tell them I can't do even bother calling me. Tell them.
Welcome back. Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines stated that aside from murders, serious crimes have declined by 16% in Trinidad and Tobago. He shared this information during his contribution to the national budget debate for fiscal 2025. Hines explained that despite the challenges, his government has been managing well. However, he noted that violence and the use of high-powered weapons are driving up the murder rate. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines stated that crime statistics show the government is effectively managing crime.
All serious crimes, with the exception of murder, are in decline. For 2023, there were 4,045 violent crimes as compared to 3,402 for the same period in 2024. A 16% decrease.
However, despite the alarming murder rate, Hines dismissed any attempts by the opposition to link it to his performance as Minister of National Security.
So it is intellectually moribund to suggest that he is responsible for murders. I dislike hearing altogether this, how much murders under that government and under that. It had nothing to do with that.
Instead, he blamed the situation on individuals, communities, and other sectors of society not doing enough to minimize violence among the citizenry.
And the reason perhaps why we're having an increase in murders, the people are just violent, some of them, too many of us. It's a violent society. But with the weapons available now and the ammunition that supports those weapons, death is more likely, murder is more likely in their outbursts.
Hines acknowledged the importance of border protection in preventing access to illegal high-powered weapons, which are contributing to the rising murder rates. While most Coast Guard vessels are undergoing repairs, he noted that the Coastal and Riverine Unit will handle near-shore patrols. In the meantime, he highlighted ongoing support for the police by purchasing equipment, vehicles, and improvements in forensic capabilities. Additionally, he committed to taking further action on domestic violence.
We are aiming and hoping, not yet the case, that every single report of domestic violence is responded to, attended to by elements of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service.
The Ministry of National Security was allocated $6.113 billion for fiscal 2025. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force recently arrested 3 Tobagonians for the possession of controlled drugs and drug trafficking in the St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Political leader for the Progressive Democratic Patriots, Watson Duke, spoke on the issue and called for assistance for the accused. Reporter Joe Sheldon explains.
Political leader of the Progressive Democratic Patriots, Watson Duke, via Facebook Live on Tuesday afternoon, shared his views about the arrest of 3 Tobagonians in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Although he was quite satisfied with how the magistrate ruled in the matter, he called upon the best attorneys to help these men who had been arrested.
Whatever they said in court was sufficient to make the learned judge say that, hey, you know what? I will not enter a guilty plea for you. I'm going to enter a not guilty plea.
He is also calling on the THA to step up and assist them.
And I call upon THA, led by Father Augustine, stop burying your heads in the sand. Get up and ensure our people, our flesh and blood, is protected. I thank you.
All 3 Tobago men and 2 others from Trinidad appeared before the Serious Offences Court on October 7, 2024. They pleaded guilty with an explanation and the magistrate entered a not guilty plea on their behalf. They were remanded into custody until October 9, 2024. Joe Sheldon, Tobago Updates Television News.
The Port Authority of Trinidad and Tobago has announced that operations at the Port of Spain have returned to normal workforce levels as of 7 a.m. today, October 9th. In an update to stakeholders and customers, the authority stated that all operational areas are now functioning normally. The management team is actively working to clear any existing backlogs of vessels and containers. Last week, the port had notified the public of limited operations due to a shortage of staff, which affected vessel operations and the receipt and delivery of containers. The authority thanked its stakeholders for its continued support and patience during this time. You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Soldiers, are you ready for the ultimate mission for Tobago Carnival? It's time to gear up for Army Fed Operation Rocks Glow.
I feel like I'm running tongue again. No place like home.
We're taking the vibes out to the countryside, where a premier cast of live entertainment will be pumping all night long. Army Fed Operation Rocks Glow. Join us on Thursday, 24th October at the Sid Grace Sporting Complex, Roxborough, for the high-end energy wear white soca bashment rocks glow. Army Fed Tobago. Operation Rocks Glow.
Hey, the biggest and sexy.
Now here what's going on. You see this section? It makes me feel to move. You know why? It's called Pina Colada. I like Pina Colada.
Oh. Plead for angels to get them crave for. They really need it too. When you play with
Oh my goodness. And as the name says, it is as creamy as it's sweet.
I never wanna leave cause the drinks them running for throw. Cause I really feel a vibe every time I start to ride down and up and like this man, it's nothing like this. Not you be like you, again, Jamie said something and nobody like you. And every single time we touch, you know I never stop.
This is Pina Colada, something nice with a little bit of spice, and of course, not once, but we're gonna do it twice.
Tell a cruise, make the border. So,
We are on the road with Pina Colada. Boom, boom.
Kalia Alfred is the 2024 Tobago Junior Calypso Monarch with her song Steel Pan on We Coat of Arms. The competition was held earlier today at the Shore Park Complex. Reporter Joe Sheldon tells us more.
Kalia Alfred of Bishop Secondary School topped her competitors and won the grand prize of $30,000. Her rendition of a steel pan on the coat of arms brought attention to the removal of the 3 ships of the coat of arms to be replaced with the steel pan. Dressed in her patriotic red, white and black, Alfred was able to capture the attention of the audience and judges.
So let the steel pan play, let the music ignite. Pulse of the nation, dancing with delight. From Tobago to Trinidad, let the world understand. We sailing with the steel pan on we coat of arms.
Tying for the position of second place with a total of 270 points were Althea Lynch of Scarborough Secondary School and Enya Arnold of the Signal Hill Government Primary School. Althea Lynch performed her song Mr. Gunman, shining light on Tobago's crime situation.
You say I solutions just to answer back. Cause too much happening right now. Too much happening right now.
Enya Arnold performed her song I, Myself and Me, which focused on the personal responsibility that individuals needed to take.
With all the things you say that I got myself involved in, the person taking the jail is me. Oh gosh man, you see, it's always me taking the blame at the end of the day.
Coquise Davidson of the Bishop Secondary School placed third with her song Brighter Than Me, based on the increased use of artificial intelligence.
No, I never thought I would live to see. Hey, I feel it brighter than me. Not brighter than me, Granny say. Not brighter than me. Not brighter than me. Hey, I feel it brighter than me.
What would be the better way to cool down the audience and participants after all those heated performances? With water, of course, by none other than Water Lord Iwood George.
All who want water, put your 2 hand in here. Put your 2 hand in here. What the people want? What the people want?
Joe Sheldon, Tobago Updates Television News.
It's one with the cool down temperature. Put your 2 hand in here. Put your 2 hand in here. The people want water.
Now for the weather update from the TNT Met Office. Tonight, partly cloudy with showery intervals in some areas and the chance of a thunderstorm activity mainly after midnight. Temperatures will drop to 26 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, sunny periods will be interrupted by intervals of showers in some areas. There is a medium chance that these showers will become heavy or thundery, mainly during the mid-morning period. Temperatures will rise to 32 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 36 degrees. Tomorrow's sea conditions are expected to be moderate with waves 1.5 to 2 meters in open waters and 1.5 to occasionally choppy in sheltered areas. Sunrise is at 5:51 and sunset at 5:47. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of our headlines. Clea Alfred wins the 2024 Tobago Junior Calypso Monarch. Watson Duke calls for local attorneys and the THA to assist Tobagonians arrested in St. Vincent. National Security Minister says serious crimes decreased by 16%. And the CSO reports fluctuations in food prices. I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a great night.
Ain't no better time than now for the pan man to take him out. From the shores where the sun meets the sea, echoes of history in a tale to be free. 3 ships of the past sailing with their chains. Now we rise on our rhythm to overcome the pain. I say, a heart full of hope, and with heads guiding hands, we'll replace old memories and take our brave stand. So let the steel pan play, let the music ignite, the pulse of the nation, dancing with delight. From Tobago to Trinidad, let the world understand, sailing with the steel pan on we coat of arms. Play the rhythm, get them, play it pan man. Tan tan ta ta. Feel the breeze, it's a call from the soul. Sweet melodies making broken hearts whole.